miles per hour. We'll zoom into it on our Doppler 19 and move down towards Calhoun County. Here is I-65 right here. Here's U.S. Highway 278 and a larger area with this large area of yellow and this little area there. We have the lightning strike showing lots of activity in this thunderstorm area. It's moving towards the northeast. All of Calhoun County under a tornado warning. That is until 11:45 or right around an hour still, or sorry, 11:15, around half hour from now. While this is going on, the entire Tennessee Valley region in Alabama is under a tornado watch until 4 o'clock this afternoon. We also have a severe thunderstorm watch going into effect for Winston County and for Coleman County also. Lake wind advisories in effect throughout the valley for very gusty winds and thunderstorms throughout the region today. So reiterating once again for Coleman, a tornado warning in effect for Coleman County. That is until 11:15 this morning. We still have about 45 minutes to go on that. A possible tornado was sighted moving towards northeast around 45 miles per hour, and that was near the Smith Lake area. If you are in the path of a tornado or in the Coleman County area now, be sure to go to the safest place possible. That is a workbench inside of a house that doesn't have a basement, under sturdy furniture. Seek shelter in the interior room, such as a closet or on the lowest floor. Use blankets, pillows, or cushions to cover your body. And most of all, of Marshall County, we can see the activity here. There's Coleman right along Highway US 278. Here is Highway 65 and the heavier area of the northeastern Coleman County. We see some activity from lightning strokes right there and a large blip of very heavy activity right there in the northeastern Coleman County. This activity is tracking towards the northeast and will later move on into Morgan and Marshall County, so please be careful this morning. That's the latest from the Doppler 19 Weather Center. We'll keep you updated on changing weather situations all throughout the morning and afternoon. Stay tuned here on WHNT. Now we go back to our regular programming.
This has been a News Center Night.
Zoom into Morgan County, into the area in the south of Huntsville, moving over towards Decatur and Morgan County, and now moving down in between Coleman County and Morgan County. We have some very heavy right intersections the northeast there. We'll get our picture back in just a moment, but reiterating, we have a tornado warning in effect also for the Morgan County area of Alabama. Warning this morning. Here's the area, all of Morgan County. There is Decatur and some heavier thunderstorms in the southeastern corner of Morgan County. This activity is tracking towards the northeast, right at around 45 to 55 miles per hour. The tornado watch is also in effect for the northern Alabama area. We can zoom into Doppler 19. We'll move in a little bit also down to show you Morgan County, where we can see some of the flashing activity here into Morgan County. We're seeing this heavier cell here moving towards the northeast, and also the lightning strokes indicate very heavy activity, a lot of energy in these thunderstorm cells that are tracking towards the northeast. There we have the flashing, the heavy red activity tracking towards northeast in between 45 and 35 miles per hour. So once again, the tornado warning in effect for Coleman County. That is until 11:15. For Morgan County, that is until 11:30 this morning. We're going to have some very volatile weather moving throughout the valley today. The entire valley on the Alabama side is under a tornado watch. That is until 4 o'clock this afternoon. These are the areas here. You can see the heavy activity where we have the lightning strokes showing lots of energy in these storms as they track towards the northeast. So folks in northeastern Coleman County and southeastern sections of Morgan County to be careful within the next hour or so. We're seeing this activity move through. If a tornado or very heavy activity comes to your area, please take shelter as soon as possible. If you're in a mobile home, get out of it, go towards a ditch or culvert and cover your head. If you cannot get out of the mobile home, cover yourself with a bed or a heavy bench or something like that, because tornadoes can pick up homes and damage them very quickly before you can get outside of it. So once again, 2 tornado warnings going on right now. One for Morgan County, that is until 11:30. One for Coleman County till 11:15. Tornado watch for the entire valley on the Alabama side, that is until 4 o'clock this afternoon. If any more activity breaks out, we'll break into our regular programming. We'll go back to that right now.
This has been
County area. We'll move down from Marshall County. Now we'll move down towards the Marshall County area, including Gunnersville. A possible tornado was spotted near Huleco in Morgan County, moving east at around 45 miles an hour. It will move into western Marshall County. Right down here we see the heavier cells, these little red species here, showing very heavy activity into southwestern Marshall County. It'll move towards that area in the next few minutes, about 45 miles per hour. A warning may be required also for Madison County. So this is a whole area, keeps on blossoming here. You can see where the yellow is showing intense storms, and the smaller areas of the magenta showing very heavy thunderstorms, lightning strokes, denoting lots of activity around this area. So we'll tell you all again what's happening. Tornado is in effect for Calhoun County. That is until around 11:15. A tornado warning also in effect for Morgan County. That in effect till 11:30. And now we have a possible tornado that's in effect also for 11:30. A tornado warning in effect for Marshall County. We can see the activity here on our Doppler 19. Here is Calhoun County and the activity that's tracking towards northeast. This area of yellow and the magenta inside showing the very heavy storms here. The northeastern corner of Morgan County, or northeastern corner of Calhoun County, southeastern corner of Marshall County, and the southwestern corner of sections of Marshall County. This activity is tracking towards northeast around 45 to 50 miles per hour. Very heavy activity going on here right now. And we are under a tornado watch for the entire valley and the Alabama side, that until 4 o'clock this afternoon. And would not be surprised within the next half hour or so, a tornado warning or watch may also be issued for sections of Madison County as this tracks towards northeast, going towards Lake Guntersville. We'll see this activity continue to push through. And saying once again, a possible tornado was spotted moving around 45 miles per hour near Hulako in Morgan County, moving towards northeast around 45 miles per hour. So we'll show this to you again on Doppler 19. The yellow here showing heavy activity, and the smaller magenta circles, very intense storms of wind gusts of anywhere from 45 to 55 or 60 miles per hour, and all the lightning denoting very intense thunderstorm activity tracking towards northeast going into Marshall County. It's also, if it stays together, we'll track in the sections of Madison County and also in the southwestern sections of Jackson County over the next 45 minutes to 60 minutes or so. So that's what's happening right now from the Doppler 19 Weather Center. If you're in the path of a tornado or severe thunderstorms, please take cover as quickly as possible. If you're inside a mobile home, and get outside the home and go to a ditch or culvert. If you're inside a home that does not have a basement, go inside to a small interior room such as a closet or a bathroom and take cover with blankets, with under a bed or something like that. Get out of the way of windows for sure, because flying glass is a big killer in storms like this. So that's what's happening right now live from the Doppler 19 Weather Center. If more activity breaks out, we'll break in to our regular programming. We'll go back to that right now. Etowah and northern Calhoun counties, the storms are moving northeast around 35 miles per hour. It also puts Calhoun County under a tornado warning too. Those both in effect until 11:30 this morning. So say it once again for you. The latest one to expire will be at 11:15. That'll be about 15 minutes from now. That is for Calhoun County, a tornado warning there. A tornado warning in effect for Marshall County and also for Morgan counties. Those in effect until 11:30 this morning. And just added Etowah County and also Calhoun counties, and those tornado warnings in effect until 11:30. You can see this large area of County into southwestern section of Marshall County is in between Guntersville. Zoom into it on Doppler 19 and show you various activity indicating powerful energy in these thunderstorm cells tracking towards northeast around 45 miles per hour. The entire valley and the Alabama side is under a tornado watch. That until 4 o'clock for all the counties in northern Alabama. This includes Lauderdale, Colbert, Franklin, Winston, Coleman, Blunt, Marshall, Madison, Morgan, Jackson, Etowah, Coleman, Cherokee counties. That until 4 o'clock this afternoon. And these warnings, serious effect taking place right now. You can see things have calmed down somewhat in central sections of Calhoun County. Here is I-65. This is US 278. Light green showing heavier activity, heavier rainfall in the green, and even heavier in the yellow. We'll track towards the east on Doppler 19, and we'll show you the magenta here showing a very serious cell here in the southern sections of Marshall County. This in between Guntersville, right around here on Lake Guntersville, going back towards almost Hulako. East. Some light happening right now. We'll break in with more activity to tell you what's happening. We have a number of warnings in effect until 11:15, 11:30, but we'll keep you updated on what's happening in the severe weather in northern Alabama. I'm Myke Motley reporting live. Watch in effect for much of north central Alabama until 4 o'clock. Flash flood watch for north and central Alabama today and tonight. Severe thunderstorm warning for Walker, Fayette, and Tuscaloosa and Pickens County until 11:45. And tornado warning in effect for Calhoun County until 11:15 this morning. Around 6 minutes ago on that one. Tornado warning for St. Clair County until 11:45. Tornado warning for Morgan County, Alabama until right around 11:30. Tornado warning for Calhoun and Etowah counties until 11:30 this morning. And that's all the warnings and watches going on right now. We did reiterate there was some activity, damage around Arab within the hour or so, and we have authorities were talking to us about that a few minutes ago. We have crews on the scene to sections of Hulaco and Morgan County, also going towards Arab and Marshall County. Check out Doppler 19 live, Doppler 19 showing the heaviest activity over central sections of Marshall County right now. You can see the yellow and the magenta here is the heaviest activity right just north of Gunnersville, right around the Gunnersville area, and also towards Albertville. It's all tracking towards northeast at around 45 to 55 miles per hour. Where the lightning strokes are happening, that shows very intense thunderstorm cells, lots of energy in these storms, wind gusts anywhere from around 40 to 50 miles per hour as it tracks towards northeast around the same miles per hour in speed. Doppler 19 tracking this and showing you all the activity moving out of sections of Coleman County. We can go back and show you in Coleman County, we just have more light to moderate rainfall. Pretty dry around Coleman itself right there along I-65 and U.S. Highway 278. Move up into another heavy cell into western sections of Morgan County. It's all tracking towards northeast. This is near Trinity and going towards Batham in the southern, southwestern sections of Morgan County. We'll move Doppler 19 over and show you. Here's Madison County and Huntsville. Things pretty quiet here in the central sections of the valley, but we do have a serious thunderstorm cell now moving into northwestern sections of Madison County, moving out of the north central sections of Limestone County, tracking towards northeast. A nice band of storms there going from sections of Fayetteville, Tennessee, back into Madison's Crossroads, into Tony, and back into sections of Limestone County, right along Highway 270, or right along Highway 72, around the Limestone County Flea Market area, right around it's sections east of Athens or east of I-65. This is all the activity taking place right now, live Doppler 19 images. Move over to the eastern sections of the valley and show you what's happening. Things pretty quiet in Jackson County right now, but it might be the next place where some activity might take place because this will move out of Marshall County and track towards the northeast. If it stays together, move into sections of DeKalb and also into Jackson County. With tornado warnings in effect, this is a prime time to review tornado safety. The important things to do if you are inside a mobile home, a type of ability to stay inside and then take cover under a building or under a table, under a mattress or something like that, something heavy to catch flying debris from the mobile home being torn apart by the tornado. If you're inside a regular dwelling, such as a nice, simple suburban type home, you can go inside a small room, such as a bathroom, or inside of a small closet or something like that, and once again cover your head with some type of a soft or moderate material like a mattress or something like a pillow to go in effect to keep things from flying into your face. Once again, we'll go over the warnings that are in effect for the valley. We have one for Coleman County that should expire in a couple of minutes. The heaviest activity is moving out of Coleman County. We'll zoom into it on Doppler 19 and show you just light to moderate rainfall into Coleman County. Another warning, a tornado warning in effect until 11:30. That's for Morgan County. We had heard possible damage around Hulaco earlier this morning, and a tornado warning in effect for Marshall County. We'll move on over and show you Gunnersville and the central sections of Marshall County. This warning in effect until 11:30, and we can see once again this activity is very heavy with the yellow and magenta, and the lightning strokes denoting very serious thunderstorm activity tracking towards northeast. Also, two more warnings in effect until 11:30. That for Etowah County and Calhoun counties into eastern sections of Alabama as more storms track towards the northeast around the valley. Nothing in effect for Madison County right now or Limestone County, but some very heavy storms right here into the northwestern corner of Madison County and also in the central sections of Limestone County, tracking towards the northeast this morning. So we have a very serious weather situation that is taking place right now and will continue throughout parts of the afternoon. We have crews on the way to Hulaco going towards Arab, where we talked with authorities there, and they have told us there is some damage around sections of Arab, some wind damage there. We have crews on the scene to get you to show. Our tornado warning for Coleman County has now expired. It's right around 11:15, so it expires 11:15 for Coleman County. That's where the first warning was in effect this morning. A tornado, a possible tornado, was sighted near the Smith Lake area, tracking towards the northeast at right around 45 miles per hour. Then we had possible damage around Hulaco, where they saw a tornado. We talked with authorities there. They tell us that they saw a funnel cloud, but the funnel cloud did not make ground contact, so not a complete tornado there. And that activity tracked off into Marshall County. You can see on Doppler 19 live images right now, the heaviest activity right around central sections of Marshall County. We'll zoom into it on Doppler 19 and show you. You can see where the yellow and the magenta, the heaviest activity cells. This is right just north northeast of Gunnersville, going towards the Martling community. This all is tracking towards the northeast, right up the Tennessee River and up Lake Gunnersville. We'll track off into Jackson County next. We don't have anything issued for Jackson County yet, but don't be surprised if some more serious weather goes into effect for Jackson County within the next hour or so. So we have a number of watches and warnings in effect, and one is from Madison County right now. So the two thunderstorm, and actually the two tornado warnings for Morgan and Marshall counties have been canceled, and the one for Calhoun County expired at 11:15. We still have two warnings in effect, one for Calhoun east of Huntsville, right along sections of Highway 53 going towards Ardmore, Tennessee. We can see some very heavy storms here around Madison's Crossroads, going also towards Madison, and this activity is tracking towards the northeast, a large swath from around Fisk area, back down towards the north in central sections of Madison County, and also into Tennessee, some heavy storms just north of Fayetteville. We can see some flashing red here, showing very heavy activity right around 55 miles per hour into northern sections of Lincoln County, all tracking towards the northeast at around 45 to 50 miles per hour. The entire Tennessee Valley on the Alabama side is under a tornado watch, that in effect till 4 p.m. this afternoon, and in between that we have some thunderstorms that are taking place around the valley, and some very heavy tornadic winds around the valley too. I've been on the phone talking to folks, authorities around the valley. The folks in Morgan County said there was a possible tornado sighted right around Huleco. It was actually just a funnel cloud. They did not make ground contact, so it's not a complete full-fledged tornado. Also some wind damage in sections of Arab and Marshall County. We've been on the phone with authorities there. We have crews on the scene to get pictures of the damage. We'll get it on the air as quick as we can. Looking at Madison County now, we have some very heavy storms here. Nothing flashing. Well, there are some little cells that are flashing here now, so this is winds in excess of 55 miles per hour. Northern sections of Madison County, this is Highway 231. So 431, so very heavy activity right around Meridianville and Fisk in the northern sections of Madison County, and also to the Hazel Green area is tracking towards northeast. So if you're in that area now, take cover from the very heavy thunderstorms and winds moving through northern sections of Madison County right now. We'll look at what else is happening around the area. We had said the two tornado warnings were canceled, that for Marshall and Morgan counties. The one for Calhoun County expired at 11:15. Two more will stay in effect until 11:30. That one is for, those two are for Calhoun County and for Etowah County in the eastern central sections of Alabama. This is all part of a very strong storm center that tracked from the southwest around Texas, moved into Tennessee along with the frontal boundary, is bringing this heavy activity into the area right now. Very warm temperatures too on the outside, lots of rain throughout the day. Besides the tornado watch in effect until 4 o'clock this afternoon, we have flash flood watch in effect this afternoon and tonight for the entire northern third of Alabama. Also Lake Witte advisory, wind gusts and some flashing red here right around Fisk, and also in the sections of Meridianville and Hazel Green. You can see on the Doppler 19 here is Marshall County, just northeast of Gunnersville. Still some heavy lightning strokes, denoting very serious thunderstorm activity, lots of energy in these cells right now. And this cell here too into sections of Madison County, slowly drifting towards the east-northeast. It should make contact in the downtown Huntsville for the next 15 to 20 or so minutes where the Doppler 19 Weather Center is. So some very serious activity taking place this morning. We'll stay on the air and tell you what's happening and tell you what to do. It's a good time to go over tornado safety once again. We talk about it all the time here on Doppler Weather Center 19. We'll go over it again just in case you missed it the last time. When tornadoes do happen, we have a warning. That means there has been a funnel clouds numerous times. We've shown video of it from the tornadoes we've seen in New Hope and Huntsville over the last couple of years. If you're inside a normal structure, just a regular house or type of building, take cover inside the smallest room of the house, a bathroom, hopefully one without windows. Much of the newer construction where bathrooms do not have windows, the older ones that have windows on the outside of the building where the bathrooms were. And also if you have, can get away from that, you can also get inside a closet, a small structure where there's not much room for it to cave in. If you're inside a shopping center, or a school or a church or a building with a large span of space inside with a large high roof, it's best to go out of that room and into a smaller type of room or area inside a bathroom once again, or a closet inside a school or a shopping mall. Tornadoes can strike and hit any type of building, and we've seen over the last few years where we've seen damage in Virginia last year to a Walmart store in sections of Virginia. It completely took the roof off the store. The large span just blew everything all over the place and killed a number of people. So it's best to go as fast as you can and go to a smallest room possible. Now we're taking Doppler 19 to the range height indicator. We're showing how high these thunderstorms are. I'll get out of the way. I can show you that the 50K or 50,000 foot line, this is a pretty powerful storm, and the magenta here shows the energy. This is the mileage here. This is around 28 miles from the radar site here on top of Monte Sano, and the height right around 55,000 feet. Well, this is a very strong thunderstorm, a cell, and this is the type of activity where a tornado can occur and develop. The energy comes down from the height of the cell. This is continuing to go higher, so this is almost up to around 55 to 60,000 seats. This is in Marshall County where the cell is right now, where we have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect. The tornado warning itself has expired from Marshall County, but that still does not mean you're out of the woods yet. Still very heavy activity can come from thunderstorms with very heavy wind damage, lots of rainfall, gusty winds, and lightning. And lightning is also the biggest killer, not tornadoes itself. So we're going back to show you the scan of Doppler 19, and we're cutting the storms in half. This is with a range height indicator. We're showing the storm in Madison County now. This is right around 30,000 feet, so not as powerful as the one into Marshall County, but still a pretty serious cell. The actual energy center here right around 10,000 feet. The complete storm a little bit over 30,000 feet right there. This is the storm here in the northern sections of Marshall County. This is some of the numerous things we can show you on Doppler 19. We can not only look down at the storm, but we can cut the storm in half and show you how powerful the storm is. This gives an indication as to how much damage, how high the winds are in these storms. And these storms here with winds right around 55 miles per hour, very serious winds on the outside right now. Showing Doppler 19, continuing to scan the valley, looking at the latest information from the National Weather Service offices in Huntsville and into Birmingham. Here's what is going on now from the National Weather Service. The tornado watch remains in effect for the entire valley on the Alabama side until 4 o'clock. A flash flood watch remains in effect for north and central Alabama through tonight, so that's something on top of all the activity taking place right now. The severe thunderstorm warnings for Walker, Fayette, Tuscaloosa, and Pickens until 11:45 this morning. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Calhoun County, that until 12 o'clock or right around 20 or 35 minutes from now. Tornado warning for St. Clair County until 11:45. Tornado warning for Calhoun and Etowah counties until 11:30, so right around 5 minutes to go on that one. Severe thunderstorm warning for Blount County until 12 o'clock this afternoon. Weather Service radar indicated a tornado on the ground in eastern St. Clair County near Ragland, moving into Calhoun County and the Etowah County area. Severe thunderstorms were also indicated across Walker, Fayette, Tuscaloosa, Pickens, and Blount counties. All these storms are moving towards northeast at right around 35 miles per hour. Here's more detail about the severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Calhoun County. At 11:24, the National Weather Service radar showed a severe thunderstorms moving into Calhoun County from the southwest. The storms are moving towards northeast at right around 35 to 45 miles per hour. A tornado watch is in effect also for that warned area. And remember, severe thunderstorms can and occasionally do produce tornadoes. So that's what I meant when I said a few moments ago that although they're out of the woods from the weather in a strong building, damaging winds, large hail, very heavy rainfall, and deadly lightning are possible with all these thunderstorms. When we talk about tornadoes, this is the time of year when we have our changeover from winter time to spring. Spring officially starting a week ago. We have volatile weather taking place a number of times throughout the year. This is the second most serious time for tornadic activity to develop. Some more information just in. Guntersville police report a possible tornado touchdown near Guntersville High School. That is along Highway 431. Storm damage there. No reports of injury. WHNT 19 crew is on the way. We'll show you Guntersville area now. This is now tracking right off into Jackson County now. Still some heavy lightning strokes into northeastern sections of Marshall County. Here's Guntersville, right along where Highway 431 snakes out from Madison County on its way to Gadsden and going towards Anniston. That's where the activity was, right around Highway 431 in Guntersville High School, right at the base of Sand Mountain. This is activity tracking towards there. That's where the Guntersville police report a possible tornado touchdown, and we have no injuries, but there is damage reports there, and we have a WHNT 19 crew on the way right now. You can see things are starting to slow down in the central sections of Marshall County, but still a very heavy cell here, and right there the flashing red shows very heavy storm winds in excess of 55 miles per hour. This is just around northeast of the Martling community area, tracking towards northeast. This should next move on into sections of Jackson County into the southwestern section of the county. Also in the southern sections of Marshall County, right around Hyatt and Douglas, you can see the flashing there shows very heavy winds. These winds in excess of 55 miles per hour. The light green to moderate green showing light to moderate rainfall. The yellow heavier rainfall, but the flashing red tornadic type winds. This is very serious activity here in the southern sections of Marshall County, tracking towards the northeast. Things calming down in northeastern Marshall County, but still some heavy lightning strokes. Lightning strokes also detecting thunderstorms and how much damage and how much energy the cell has. That's what I'm trying to say. We'll zoom on out and show you the entire valley and show you what's happening valley-wide on 50-mile scan. And things are pretty quiet to the west, going towards the sections of Lauderdale County, and the show is pretty quiet. But here in central and the eastern sections of the valley, that's where the activity is taking place right now. We can show you here is Madison County and Huntsville. This activity tracking right into the northern sections of Huntsville and northern Madison County, tracking pretty quickly right around 11 o'clock. This was right into Athens and into eastern Limestone County. That's all into northern Huntsville. Now going towards Newmarket, Riverton, Bell Factory, and Plevna, right along going towards the northeastern section of the county. Things kind of quiet towards the east, right around Maysville, and going 35 to 45 miles per hour. This storm is expected to travel along the Calhoun-Etowah border into Cherokee County during the next half hour. If you're in the path of a tornado, seek the safest place, and that is a basement if you have one in your home. If not, go into an interior room, a closet, or a bathroom, a place that does not have windows and low ceilings and a small enclosed area. So if the roof caves in or there's flying debris, there's less room for that activity to take place. Use blankets, pillows, mattresses, any type of heavy thing to cushion your body, and above all, avoid windows. They can be blown out very quickly, and a lot of people in tornadoes they get lots of injury from flying glass to the face and flying glass all over the body area. So that, once again, the National Weather Service office in Birmingham has issued a tornado warning. This one in effect till noon for the people in the following locations: northern Calhoun County and the southern Cherokee County and southeastern Etowah County. Radar indicated a possible tornado on the ground just east of Ohatchee. That's off of Highway 431 going into the western sections of Calhoun County. That is tracking towards the northeast, right at around 35 to 40 miles per hour. This activity will take place there over the next 30 to 40 minutes. This warning in effect right around Gunnersville High School. We're scanning the valley on this is a live image on Doppler 19. These are not time-delayed images. This is real-time images of Doppler 19. Things are quieting down a little bit for Marshall County into the northern sections. Lots of light to moderate rainfall. But in the southern Marshall County, still some heavier cells right around Douglas and going towards the Hyatt communities. Back into Jackson County, we have activity just south of the river, south of Scottsboro, south of the Tennessee River. It's tracking towards northeast. Some heavier cells, too, are also over towards Powell's Crossroads and also towards Langston into parts of Jackson County. And here in Madison County, this activity is tracking towards northeast. Some good storms here, but as we showed you on the range height indicator, not only can we show the storms looking straight down, we can slice it in half and show you the height of the storm. And looking at a storm that way, you can figure out how much energy is in the storm and how excessive the winds are. And the storms in Madison County were only right around 30,000 feet. And those storms in County, we can see some light to moderate showers into central sections of Jackson around Estill Fork and Skyline. Light showers right around Scottsboro, too, on the Tennessee River. But we have some heavier cells south of Scottsboro, right on Sand Mountain, around Powell's Crossroads. It's tracking towards the east-northeast, right around 35 to 40, even 50 miles per hour. We can look down into southern sections of the valley. Things are calming down into Coleman County, light to moderate down. For the most part, we still see some heavier cells here just along Highway 231 going towards Albertville, and also a heavier cell into Blount County right around Holly Pond there, just tracking towards the northeast. And we're still picking up some good storms. Move over here and show you good storms just south of Scottsboro. This towards Powell's Crossroads and going off into DeKalb County near Fife and going also towards Rainsville. The things are pretty calm on the other side of I-59 in the sections of Jackson County. But you'll get your rain there too, don't worry about it. Things are pretty quiet on the west in the sections of Moulton and Lawrence County, Alabama. Franklin, Lauderdale, and Colbert counties in Alabama. Things are on the quiet side in the Shoals area. The heaviest activity in the central and eastern sections of the valley. and that's what's happening right now. We'll go over all the watches and warnings to say once again what is taking place around the valley. We have a tornado watch in effect for the entire valley until 4 p.m. this afternoon. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Calhoun County and Blount County, that until 12 o'clock. We have a tornado warning in effect for northern Calhoun, southern Cherokee, and eastern Etowah County. That in effect until noon, that going for still around 23 or so minutes. The National Weather Service radar showed a tornado on the ground. That was near Ohatchee in Calhoun County. That's around 20 miles northeast of Anniston, in between Anniston and Gadsden off of Highway 431. And also we have a flash flood watch in effect for the valley this afternoon and tonight. So once this activity moves through this afternoon, it might even expire before the tornado watch expires this afternoon. We still have some very heavy rainfall that will take place today, so we'll keep you updated throughout the afternoon and on News Center 19 tonight at 5:30 and at 10 with Tim Simpson and the entire News Center 19 team. We have crews on the way to Guntersville. We'll have pictures on as soon as we get some. We'll have complete reports on the wind gusts of 55 miles per hour. This in the southern sections of Marshall County, going into northern sections of Blount County, and also into the extreme eastern sections of Calhoun County. All the lightning strokes showing very serious activity, very heavy storms there with the lightning showing all the energy. Things calming down a little bit here into sections of Jackson County and also back into DeKalb County, but still some lightning strokes just east of Fort Payne, around Rainsville and Fife, and also towards Powell's Crossroads along Highway 35 as it crosses the Tennessee River and goes up the mountain, up the Sand Mountain, into sections of Jackson County. Here in Huntsville, things are kind of calm here along the mountain. This is our Doppler radar site along Monte Sano. Things kind of quiet along Highway 431 too, along Highway 72. We will now take a break, and we'll just move out of the picture here, and I'll show you Doppler 19. We'll show you what's happening, and we'll get our ducks in order here. We're still showing very serious activity in the southern sections of Marshall County. The flashing red is showing where the heavy thunderstorms are now. Some very heavy wind gusts of around 55 miles per hour or so. So if you're in sections of southern Marshall, sections of DeKalb County, also in between Fife and also going towards Colburn, watch out for some very heavy activity over the next few minutes. This is along just north of Highway 59 into sections of DeKalb County. Also into Madison County, we have some heavy thunderstorms just east of the Doppler 19 radar site on top of Monte Sano. This is some very heavy storms, also bringing some heavy wind gusts here into Huntsville and Madison County. We'll take it out and show you the larger picture so you can see what's happening around the valley. Now things are moving pretty quickly. Within the last 20 minutes, we had some heavy thunderstorms into Lincoln County, Tennessee. A lot of that has expired. It's pushing off into sections of Franklin County in between Winchester and Elora and Huntland along Highway 64, U.S. Highway 64. A lot of Lincoln County is cooling down, at least rain-wise, but still some heavier storms just east of Ardmore into sections of Limestone County, Alabama. And we're looking and seeing things are calming down just a little bit, but still some heavy storms out there. We're going to see this activity continue throughout the afternoon, and we'll keep you updated as to all the watches and warnings taking place this afternoon.
Okay, let's see what else is going on. Myke Motley has been working hard in the Weather Center. I'm Tim Simpson. Let's go ahead and show you what all is going on, just in case you are joining us right now. And right now at this point, we are under a severe weather situation. In case you are just joining us this afternoon here at Weather Center 19, there are some severe thunderstorms across the Tennessee Valley. Some of these have been producing some tornadoes as well. There is a tornado watch in effect until 4 o'clock this afternoon across the entire Tennessee. Tonight, we are looking at some rainfall amounts have been as heavy as like 2.5 inches overnight. You're seeing some very heavy activity on Doppler 19. Behind me right now, severe thunderstorm warning for Calhoun County for about another 15 minutes or so until 12 noon. Also, tornado warning for Calhoun and Etowah counties. That expired at 11:30. Severe thunderstorm warning for Blount and Marshall counties until 12 noon today. So there is quite an abundance of activity taking place. Myke has got something new across the wire. This is down in Lamar County in the Birmingham area, closer to Birmingham. Severe thunderstorm warning until 12:45 this afternoon. Myke has done a great job of pointing out everything. I want to give him a break because I think we'll be playing rotating weather people here during the next little bit because we are under a severe weather situation. Let me go ahead and point out what is taking place. See some heavy showers and thunderstorms in and around the Huntsville area. Also back down toward Scottsboro, Marshall County, some of these particular areas. We can even zoom in a little bit closer to that. I'm going to step out of the way here and show you what's happening. You can see this is all heavy rainfall in and around Huntsville. We are seeing some very frequent cloud-to-ground lightning. We can dip down a little bit further south into like Guntersville. You can see some of the flashing reds through some of the southern sections of Marshall County. That's indicating winds in excess of 50, 55 miles per hour. These are life-threatening winds, so when you do see flashing red, you need to be alert to that we are seeing a life-threatening situation there as far as winds are concerned. We'll take the wide view right now and once again pretty much show you what's happening. If you're living back over the northwestern corner of the state, no problems right now because things are pretty much clear on this side. However, back in Huntsville, Madison County, these areas southward down toward Marshall County, Guntersville, and even over toward antenna scanning around in just a moment. And as we do so, you'll continue to see the tops in these thunderstorms once again. In case you just joined us, we're in the dual display, the range height indicator mode. We are scanning across the Tennessee Valley. We'll stop in on some of the thunderstorms now here in Madison County. You can see exactly where the antenna is stopped, right across western sections of Madison County, extending back out toward northern Morgan County and also over toward Lawrence County. And not seeing a lot right here, just some heavy rainfall. And let's take it back out to the full scan once again and get going. And go back to our regular display. We call this our azimuth display. And right now, the National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a tornado warning in effect until 12:30 this afternoon for DeKalb and Jackson County. Just a few moments ago, radar at Huntsville showed some possible tornadoes along the Jackson-DeKalb County line northeast of Grove Oak. Movement is northeast at 45 miles per hour. That is a tornado warning in effect until 12:30 for DeKalb and Jackson County. If you live in these areas, you need to take cover now, immediately. That's what tornado warnings are for. Tornado watch means conditions are favorable for tornadoes to develop. Tornado warning means that a tornado has been spotted by a trained spotter or else by radar. We are looking at some tornadic activities back over into DeKalb and Jackson counties. So over in these areas here, you need to be looking out because these are the areas that are being affected by this warning at this particular time. Mike, let's go ahead and zoom in just a little bit to that area. And we'll zoom over, down, and once again, the areas that you see in flashing red are the areas that are seeing their effect right now, Jackson and DeKalb counties of North Alabama. If you live in these areas, the National Weather Service has just issued a tornado warning for Jackson and DeKalb County. These thunderstorms, possibly if there's nothing else available. These are just some common sense tornado safety rules, but once again, if you live in the Jackson County, DeKalb County area, you need to take cover immediately. You are under a tornado warning. Tornado warning effective still until noontime for southern sections of Cherokee County. We can even go down a little bit further that way. We can pan down toward Cherokee County way. We're not seeing anything but just some lightning down in that particular area right now. And also southeastern Etowah County is once again under a tornado warning as well. We'll take the full scan once again. This is the full 50-mile scan, and you can see some very heavy thunderstorm activity across the Tennessee Valley. That's why we're here. Once again, this is a very dangerous situation, and we continue to watch it for you here on our very own Doppler 19. In case you're just joining us, the Guntersville Police report possible tornado touchdown near Guntersville High School. There is some storm damage, no reports of injury. We do have a new Center 19 crew that is on the way to that one even as we speak. Tornado watch in effect for much of north and central Alabama until 4 o'clock this afternoon. That means conditions are favorable for tornadoes to develop. Flash flood watch is in effect for much of north central Alabama for tonight. We had areas of rainfall last night in excess of like 2.5 inches here in the Huntsville area, and so we need to once again be aware of that. Flash flood watch is in effect. Severe thunderstorm warning for Coleman County until 12 noon. Also a severe thunderstorm warning for Blount and Marshall counties until 12 noon as well. And the big story right now as far as tornado warnings are concerned is over in DeKalb and Jackson counties. There is a tornado warning in effect until 12:30 for Jackson and DeKalb County, also for southern Cherokee County and southeastern Etowah counties. If you live anywhere in these particular areas, we're looking at thunderstorm movement to the northeast at about 45 miles per hour. But if you live anywhere near these areas, you need to take shelter immediately. And once again, stay away from windows. If you have a basement or storm shelter available, that's where you need to go. Cover yourself with blankets. Oftentimes injuries due to tornadoes and severe thunderstorm winds are due to flying debris, flying glass, things of that nature. So cover yourself with a blanket or quilt if that is possible. Once again, we're in the dual display. Mike, where's this thunderstorm that we're looking at? This is DeKalb County. We're looking at some very heavy rainfall. Once again, if you are just tuning in, Myke Motley has been here. The guy's been going for a while. I'm just giving him a little break here. And we're going to be swapping out a little bit because it's a very dangerous situation that's going on. We're looking at thunderstorms over anywhere from Huntsville from say 5 to almost 30 miles out. Is another band of some light to moderate rainfall 40 miles downrange. And once again, we can even take that into the dual display, and you can see what thunderstorms that we indeed are looking at. You can see where the antenna is stopped. Once again, the antenna normally scans in a horizontal movement. This particular antenna now is scanning vertically up and down on particular thunderstorms. Marshall County Sheriff's Department is setting up command posts at Guntersville High School. Confirmed roof at Marshall Manor Nursing Home is blown off. No injuries. All patients are accounted for. Most damage in the Spring Creek area off of Highway 205. So that is exactly what is going on right now. You can see our scan of Doppler 19. We're scanning much of this activity is north and northeastern sections of Alabama. Once again, Marshall County Sheriff's Department is setting up command post at Guntersville High School. A confirmed roof blown off at Marshall Manor Nursing Home. They are asking all EMTs to report to to Guntersville High School. If you are an EMT and you're watching this situation on News Center 19 here, you need to report to Guntersville High School. They're asking all EMTs to report to Guntersville High School. Confirmed roof off at Marshall Manor Nursing Home. It's been blown off. There are no injuries and all patients have been accounted for. Most damage has been taking place in the Spring Creek area off of Highway 205. So once again, you can see this activity that is taking place, much of it through northern sections of Alabama here, Madison County, also over toward Guntersville South, and even into Coleman County is what we're watching for right now. And there is that tornado watch that remains in effect until 4 o'clock this afternoon for all of north central Alabama. Let's go ahead and give you a couple of these reports that have just come into us. Once again, Guntersville Police report the possible tornado touchdown near Guntersville High School. No reports of injuries, but there has been some storm damage. And once again, Marshall County Sheriff's Department, they are setting up a command post at Guntersville High School. There has been a confirmed roof blown off at the Marshall Manor Nursing Home. No injuries, and all patients are accounted for at this time. And most of the damage has been in the Spring Creek area off of Highway 205. By the way, the lightning strikes that you're seeing there, what is happening there? That is cloud-to-ground lightning. That is showing up on the radar as it happens. There's no time delay to that. That is exactly what is going on at this current moment. There are different things scattered out across the Tennessee Valley, different sensors that detect cloud-to-ground lightning, and it uplinks it immediately with the satellite technology that we have here in the 1990s. It uplinks it immediately to a satellite. It comes right down. We receive that. So immediately as those lightning strikes are appearing on the screen, that is exactly when it is taking place. This is a live radar image. There is no time delay of 3 seconds, 5 seconds, or even 30 seconds. But this is a live image coming to you from Doppler 19. The flashing red that you see on the screen, there's another lightning strike, cloud-to-ground lightning. The flashing red that you see on the screens there, that is indicating life-threatening winds. We're talking winds in excess of 50 and 55 miles per hour. So if you see the flashing red in and around your community there in Jackson or DeKalb County or even Marshall County that we are showing on the screen, now is the time to take cover immediately. Don't wait. Don't wait on anyone else. Don't wait on further word. You need to act immediately. This, once again, is a dangerous situation. And let me reemphasize this. We don't ever try to blow anything out of proportion here at News Center 19, Central Standard Time. Also, we're seeing flashing red now into Morgan County. We're looking up here toward just to the east of Decatur, right along the Tennessee River. There we go, just to the south of Madison County here, actually on the Madison-Morgan County border, we're seeing flashing red. That indicates winds in excess of 50 and 55 miles per hour. Also in Cherokee County, golf ball-sized hail in the Goshen Valley area. That's happened just 5 minutes ago. These are reports coming in from ham radio spotters and the Calhoun County EMA. Let's go once again to the full picture as we go to zoom out, and we'll show you what's happening right now. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit further. There we go. There's the full 50-mile picture. All these lightning strikes that you're seeing across the area, once again, these are cloud-to-ground lightning strikes, okay? This is not just lightning occurring in the sky, but these are cloud-to-ground lightning strikes. And we are seeing a slew of them. If you'll pardon my English there, we're seeing a lot of them down in southern sections of Coleman County, just at the bottom of your screen. Also, between Scottsboro and Guntersville, we're seeing lightning strikes. There are a number of things to watch for here on Doppler 19. That's the beauty of having your own Doppler radar. You pretty much control the picture here, and we're showing you dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning, the lightning strikes that are taking place even as we speak. The flashing red that you see, and we can even zoom in and show that to you, especially back over just to the east of Huntsville through areas of Jackson and DeKalb County. The flashing red that you see, these are life-threatening winds in excess of 50 and 55 miles per hour. And we don't mean to sound redundant here, but we want to get the information out to you as quickly as possible. Some of these individual cells, now we've got flashing red taking place on the Jackson-Madison County border. And so this is over just to the east of Newmarket. And so we're just watching that and trying to let you know what's going on with everything here. And let's update you once again. Tornado warning, in effect, for DeKalb and Jackson counties going until 12:30. Till 12:30 this afternoon, Jackson, DeKalb County, tornadoes, thunderstorms containing possible tornadoes moving along the Jackson-DeKalb County line northeast of Grove Oak. Movements to the east-northeast at about 45 miles per hour. That's no new information coming across there. Once again, this is a dangerous situation. If you live in one of these areas, now is the time to take cover. Take a portable radio or television with you. Seek shelter immediately. Go to a storm shelter or a nearby basement. We'll take it back to our full-screen display and look at the big picture here. So we go from the dual display once again to the 50-mile scan. Oh, ton of lightning showing up there. Right as we went back into the scan there's a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning taking place just to our east, southeast. We're talking now from Jackson, DeKalb counties southward into Marshall County, down in Blount County. You folks in Blount, you're not escaping this. Down toward Blountsville and southward toward Aniana and those areas, you too are picking up some dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning. This is not a situation to where you want to go outside. If you're inside watching this on Channel 19 WHNT, you need to just kind of keep glued unless you're under a tornado warning at this particular time. And at that point, you need to get out and take cover. Let me once again update you on what's happening. National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a tornado warning effective until 12:30 for DeKalb and Jackson counties. This is just a little while ago at 11:43, so a little over 15 minutes ago. Possible tornadoes were along the Jackson-DeKalb County line northeast of Grove Oak. Movement was to the northeast at 45. All right. The road commissioner in Blount County is reporting a funnel cloud on the ground in the Sugar Creek community of Blount counties. We can pan down that area. We'll take it, there we go, down, keep going, there we go. And you can see the lightning that's showing up there, the heavy rainfall, and that is down in the Blount County area. The very bottom of your screen here, we're trying to show it to you best we can. Right where that lightning strike is taking place, that's where a road commissioner has called in a possible funnel cloud. Now that has to be confirmed, but that is a possible. The key word there is possible, okay? Because we have to get that from the National Weather Service or from a trained spotter. Craig, let's take the full picture out once again, and we'll just zoom it. Yeah, we'll zoom it out all the way and get the big picture. Heavy rainfall here through Madison County. Possible funnel cloud in Blount County down at the bottom of your screen just to the east of Coleman that you see there, Coleman County. Some of that heavy rainfall. There's a I need to be flashing that. Okay, there is a tornado watch in effect until 4 o'clock this afternoon for most of north central Alabama. Flash flood watch for north central Alabama through tonight. You just about take your pick, and it's going on today. We don't have snow, thank goodness, but we have severe weather across the Tennessee Valley, and not making light of any of this situation because this is a very dangerous situation throughout much of north and northeastern sections of Alabama, and that's why we're here. We've broken into our regularly scheduled programming to bring this information to you. I'm going to just stay out of the picture for a moment so that you can see what areas are being affected. You can see the dangerous cloud and ground lightning that is taking place just over the Alabama border, over into Georgia, now north of Huntsville. We're talking up toward Meridianville, Hazel Green, those areas, and actually to the east of you over toward Newmarket. These are life-threatening winds. These are winds in excess of 50 and 55 miles per hour. You need to be taking cover immediately. Don't wait for anything else. Now's the time. You've heard the old saying, better safe than sorry. Definitely err on the side of safety, and take cover immediately. So that, once again, this is a very severe weather situation taking place across North Alabama. Once again, we're trying not to use any scare tactics or anything like that, but just to basically bring you the information that is taking place. We are seeing flashing red now near Gunnersville, along Lake Gunnersville, around 431. Also back over toward southern sections of tornado watch until 4 o'clock this afternoon. Tornado watch for much of north and north central for Jackson and DeKalb counties. Severe thunderstorm warning canceled for Madison and Jackson counties. Flash flood watch remains in effect for this afternoon and tonight. And once again, the Weather Service office, even here in Huntsville, showed very strong thunderstorms over Morgan, Jackson, Marshall, DeKalb counties in North Alabama. Movement to the northeast at about 40 miles per hour. Reports of damage within the last hour reported near Gunnersville. No reports of injuries. Reports of damage in the last hour. High winds near Gunnersville did cause some injuries. I take that back. Large hail over Marshall and DeKalb counties. A tornado warning near Sylvania in DeKalb County, or a tornado spotted near Sylvania, also into DeKalb County. Several reports of wind damage to trees and outbuildings. And once again, you should continue monitoring the situation here across North Alabama. We're going to look at our guys. If you'll switch to our paint box here real quick, we're going to show you that the tornado safety tips stay calm.
So showers in the northeastern corners of the counties. A lot of the activity is dissipating and tracking towards northeast off into Tennessee. And so you're going to see some more showers that will pop up into sections of Franklin County and also into Lincoln County, Tennessee. So very interesting weather situations continuing to unfold here for the Tennessee Valley this afternoon. Things will probably stay kind of volatile for a while. We'll stay on the air in effect newsroom to give us more information. Jerry?
Good afternoon, Mike, and to all of our viewers out there, a reminder that NCAA basketball is being put on a back burner right now because of the severe weather that we do have moving across the Tennessee Valley, so please bear with us. Folks, we do have a serious situation, as Mike and Tim have been telling you all morning, with tornadoes breaking out across the valley, and people's lives are at risk. So please bear with us and keep that in mind. We can tell you that I just got off the telephone talking to Alabama State Troopers down in Gadsden. We have been telling you that a church in Cherokee County has been heavily damaged, apparently hit by tornadic winds or high winds around 12:20 this afternoon, which would have been about 40 minutes ago. I just talked with the state troopers. There are a number of confirmed fatalities. We do know that the Goshen Church is the name of the church. We don't know what denomination that church is, but the Alabama State Troopers just did tell me just a few minutes ago on the telephone that we do have several fatalities reported at that church and quite a few people injured. Emergency crews are en route, some of them already on the scenes. The biggest problem that they're having right now is a lot of trees have been blown across the highway, making it difficult for them to get to the site. But they do tell us that the church is about 2 to 3 miles north of Piedmont in Cherokee County. Once again, church roof collapsing on a church, the Goshen Church, in Cherokee County, which is about 2 to 3 miles north of Piedmont, Alabama. That happening shortly after noon, about 40 to 45 minutes ago. Alabama State Troopers say several people have been killed and several people have also been injured. Local authorities in that area are asking for additional medical help to come to the scene. Once again, they're finding it difficult to get there because of the number of trees that have been uprooted and blown across the highway. About 12:15, about 45 minutes ago, Huntsville police were heading to a pileup on North Memorial Parkway at the Clinton Street overpass. Several cars were involved in that accident, so traffic has been snarled. We do not know of any injuries, so that is certainly good news. But if you're going to be on the parkway and going to be out this afternoon, please drive carefully and don't forget to turn on your headlights. When I was coming into work this afternoon, saw several cars coming down the parkway, didn't even have their headlights on, And just a reminder that it is a state law that when you have to use your windshield wipers, you need to have your car headlights on. And also that way other traffic will be able to see you a lot better. Guntersville Police and Marshall County are asking people to stay off the Highway 431 near the Guntersville High School. Sightseers are causing problems for the emergency crews that are trying to get to the scene. We do have a new Center 19 crew on the scene right now, and they will be setting up a live shot for us, and we'll be bringing that to you momentarily to show you some of the damage that we have had in Marshall County and Guntersville. By now you know that Guntersville Police have set up a command post along with the Marshall County Sheriff's Department at Guntersville High School on Highway 431 in Marshall County. The roof of the Marshall Manor Nursing Home apparently was blown off around 11:52 this morning. No injuries reported in that incident, but all patients have been accounted for. We can tell you that most of the damage has been concentrated in the Spring Creek area, which is off of Highway 205. We can't stress enough the importance of staying away from these areas. I know it's just natural human instinct for people to want to get out and see what is going on in their communities. But please, emergency crews, along with EMTs, police department, sheriff's department, emergency management people, all trying to get to the scene to help anyone who might be injured. So please, if you are going to be in those areas, please stay out of their way. They need to get their job done just as quickly because, as you know, in an emergency situation like this, minutes can sometimes mean the difference between life and death. So please, please don't go out sightseeing. Guntersville Police have a rain gauge at the police station, and between 11 and 12 o'clock this afternoon, they recorded about 3.5 inches of rain at the Guntersville Police Station in Marshall County. Now, that includes rain and quite a bit of heavy hail that fell on the area over there in Guntersville. They had hail ranging in size from 1/4 to an inch to about 1/2 inch in diameter. So once again, the weather situation continues to change. Myke Motley and Tim Simpson have been in the Weather Center all morning bringing you up to date on what has been happening in the area. We do know that in northern Blount County, trees have been uprooted, utility poles have been blown down. Most of the damage has been in the Sugar Creek area. Once again, that in Blount County. Now, we got our information from the Blount County Sheriff's Department. We have been in touch with sheriff's departments and police departments and EMA personnel all across the Tennessee Valley this morning as storm damage has been called in, also talking to Alabama State Troopers. We do want to tell you once again that one of the worst scenes that we have right now appears to be in Cherokee County. Alabama State Troopers talked with a trooper over at the Gadsden Post probably about 10 minutes ago, and they were telling me that there was quite a bit of damage in a certain area over there around the Piedmont community. And once again, the Goshen Church in Cherokee County, which is about 2 to 3 miles north of Piedmont. Apparently the roof had collapsed. Don't know at this time whether it was during a church service or whether the service was over and people were getting ready to leave, but Alabama State Troopers have confirmed that there are several fatalities in that particular incident and several others injured. They are asking for additional medical help to get to the scene, but once again, the biggest problem that they are facing right now is trying to get to the scene because a lot of power lines, a lot of trees have been blown over and are crossing, blocking the roadways. So what they're having to do is try to get in there and move those so they can get to the scenes in some of these incidents. Please keep in mind that if a tornado warning is issued.
Ruling is that did some damage. We have some conflicting reports. Some people say some homes were damaged and others say no. So right now it is difficult to get into the area. A lot of downed power lines and trees, and they're keeping keeping onlookers and everybody out of the scene right now because of the downed power lines. In fact, at one point some of the firemen had to take shelter outside of the area before they were let in because of all the downed power lines. Some information we can tell you, as we have heard, there are some homes that have been damaged. We do have reports of some minor injuries, but no major injuries as of right now. The Marshall Manor Nursing Home had a portion of the roof taken off of it. The east wing amazingly, no one was injured. And the residents, there's 91 folks in the nursing home there. They were evacuated to a different part of the building. They're still there. Some of the nursing home residents have gone home with family members. But the area is right below us. You can see a few flashing lights. You can't see too much damage from up here, mostly downed trees and some power lines. We're also told that nearby Terrace Lake Village Retirement Home, if you've got any folks over there, they're fine, they're safe. They just had some damage there as well, with some windows being blown out and some flooding, but everyone there is okay as well. It's confined to a somewhat small area, and we are going to, as soon as we finish this live shot, we're going to go back in there. They've got most of the power lines turned down, so we should be able to get back in. Tim, that's the picture.
Now we're going to toss it to Jerry Hayes, who's now in the newsroom, to update us on more information. Jerry?
Tim, I just got off the telephone just a moment ago with Alabama State Troopers down in Gadsden. We can tell you now that the Goshen Methodist Church, Alabama State Troopers say there are 17 confirmed fatalities. Apparently, during Sunday services this morning, around 11:50, a call came into the Alabama State Troopers that the roof had apparently collapsed inward on the Goshen Methodist Church. It was right at the end of the worship service this morning, just before 12 o'clock. 17 people now known dead, 90 injured, one person is still missing. A crane has been carried to the scene to try to lift the roof beams off of the church, and so that rescue workers who are on the scene, which includes members of the Alabama National Guard that have been activated, to go to the scene and search for survivors. Once again, 17 known dead right now, 90 people injured, one person still missing. That's at the Goshen Methodist Church, which is about 2 to 3 miles north of Piedmont, that being down in Cherokee County. Now, we can tell you that there are several homes in the area that were also either damaged or destroyed. Alabama State Troopers say that they have not even at this point been able to reach those homes because a lot of trees were blown over the roadway. A lot of power lines are down. Apparently, a lot of those power lines are still hot. They have not even been able to get in to check on those people yet. They don't know if any of them are injured or if there are any other fatalities. The only place that they are right now is at the church, the Goshen Methodist Church in Cherokee County. Once again, members of the Alabama National Guard have been called to the scene. Once again in Calhoun County, a number of people were injured, but we right now do not have any reports of any fatalities. These storms moved quickly through the area this morning, and a number of warnings and watches were issued. We are going to show you right now, this is a command post that was set up in Guntersville earlier today. The Marshall Manor Nursing Home apparently had the roof blown off. This is in Guntersville. Once again, this is some video that was shot earlier today. The authorities over there from Guntersville Police Department and also the Marshall County Sheriff's Department had set up a command post. When these storms came through the area, they did quite a bit of damage. As we told you a moment ago, the command post was set up near Guntersville High School, and it seems that most of the damage in Marshall County was in and around Guntersville. 30 homes were damaged when the high wind, possible tornado came through. 15 of those homes were heavily damaged. Only about 3 people that we know of. Looking at video right now of the Marshall Manor Nursing Home. Thank goodness there were about 90 people inside that building when the storm hit this morning. Some of the roof was blown off, but we don't know of any serious out of that particular site. And that's good to know on this Sunday morning.
The Rainsville city line. Fences are blown down or torn out. The tornado upended cars and trucks and tossed them around like so many toys. Rooftops on houses peeled away like oranges. And if that's not bad enough, the people living here have to pick up the pieces.
When it started turning all clouds and swirling, we all went, me and this other boy was in the garage out here, and we come out and we seen the clouds, and we all run to the bathroom and got the floor.
How long did it last?
You could say it lasted 5 seconds.
Thought it might be part of the house or shingles or something. So I don't know. I just hope Alpha insurance pay off, because if they don't, I'll be messed up.
But you weren't hurt?
No, I wasn't.
That's like you were in church.
Yeah, I was in church at Henniger. This so happened that My wife wasn't here. She usually here on Sunday morning when I go to church. But this morning she went to a friend of hers over at Henniger. Just thank the Lord that nobody didn't get hurt.
Now, there are several churches that are open for shelter.
The tornadoes and storm left many in sorrow this Sunday, but not one DeKalb County church. The Antioch Baptist Church in Fife is counting its blessings tonight, thankful for the miracle that blew through their church but left them safely. You're looking at the aftermath of the Antioch Baptist Church in Fife. A roof now covered by plastic and a parking lot once filled with cars, now filled with downed trees. It was Sunday service here, and a morning no one here will forget. There were about 200 people inside this church when the storm hit, and within minutes they saw the debris falling and also the windows shattering. And the congregation on the inside of this church did what it came to do, and that's pray.
Nobody dead, nobody's all crippled up, you know, no broken bones.
Janet Swear shows you the dark sanctuary where she sat the day of the storm. 5 rows from the front, she sat next to her youth choir. All she remembers is hitting the floor beneath the pews and saying a prayer.
But we were real fortunate. We didn't have any deaths, no bad injuries, so we were really blessed.
Neil Jolly removes leftover debris from the parking lot. Just the day before, he laid on the floor of the Antioch Baptist Church, where he attended for more than 20 years.
It's just the Lord with us, that's all it was. I don't see how we missed somebody getting hurt bad.
Now, there were some members of the Fife Church who received some minor injuries. Right now, the church members are trying to estimate the cost of the damage.
What are they going to do for Church Sunday, Val?
Well, as you could see from the church, they're not going to be able to go back into their sanctuary. Right now, they're concentrating on cleaning up, and hopefully by the end of the week, they'll be able to find out somewhere else they'll be able to worship.
All right, thanks, Val. Well, Sunday sorrow is leaving many roads closed tonight due to downed trees and power lines and floodings. Let's go ahead and show you where some of those road closings are in Jackson County.
This office detecting twisters in the Tennessee Valley, while radar in Birmingham warned about what hit near Piedmont in Cherokee County. But could these kind of warnings continue in the future? The National Weather Service wants to replace its Huntsville office with radar systems in Nashville and Birmingham. But a study released by Florida State University concludes the radar would leave much of the valley with gaps in coverage.
We don't know how well Birmingham saw the storms that hit northeast Alabama, in DeKalb County and in Marshall County yesterday. We don't know if they would have had the warning out early.
The National Weather Service plans to close more than 100 offices in the next couple of years and replace them with what it believes to be more powerful radars in nearby cities. But Huntsville is one city all too familiar with tornadoes. Many people here think the same way.
I got a newborn, and I'd like to know it coming, you know. I like to know it's coming, know it's going to be here.
I think it should keep it open, you know, regardless of that, you know, it should keep it open, because what happened yesterday?
In the middle of the Palm Sunday service, a tornado destroyed the main sanctuary, killing 19 people, including Pastor Kelly Clem's 4-year-old daughter.
In talking with the people that I was with, whose husbands had died, whose grandchildren had died in this place next to them, sitting next to them, there was never any anger at God, you know, there was never any asking why.
There's not much left of the church other than the broken down brick front, huge splinters of wood in the front yard, and of course, the fallen sign. But the people in this community around this church are still here. They're still trying to figure out what happened, and they're holding on to their faith. B.J. Ogg lives directly next to the church. She could only watch the tornado in horror and then try to lend a hand.
It was terrible. I mean, it was horrible. People, as soon as I walked out of my house, I could hear the people were crying. You could hear the hurt in their voices. They were upset and they were hurt. They were in pain. It's just God's will. I don't know why it happened. I know there were 3 different churches that had damage and people were injured. And sometimes God moves in strange ways.